Hello, my little fantasy nerds, and please join us for another episode of Dungeon Crawlers.
Dungeon Crawler.
Where
Dungeon Crawlers.
that was awful. Anyways,
It sounded like when Dr. Evil does the Macarena.
yeah, it was something along those lines, and I wasn't quite sure what it even was, but I just kind of let it happen because I wasn't sure if she was having some kind of seizure or if I was monitoring my cousin because I love her.
Not an ample replacement for our resident elf.
Yeah, unfortunately, not very good. Anyways, the group currently is holed up in Jupiter. Excuse me. Whew.
In said elf's house.
In said house. As you have made yourself comfy, you have talked about plans of going certain places, packing up and leaving Jupiter. Some wish to stay, some wish to go. They're kind of unsure. The group is unsure what they want to do. During the midst of all of this, after their assassination attempt on their lives, they noticed that Kaz's lodestone was missing or taken. They're not sure. Information was given as to certain cities and the whereabouts of these other lodestones and/or events happening. The group hasn't really made up their mind what they're looking to do. But in the midst of all of this, Henri takes a step into one of the back rooms to do some cleaning and organizing when she is pulled from her body and projected somewhere else. Dark, ancient, as she notices this massive army of sorts, constructing, making, crafting. And at the end of this dream, as she's pulled through many, many tunnels, she's brought forward to a throne of sorts, where a long, decrepit individual, menacing, sits atop this. What's the word I'm looking for? Like disembodied parts made throne of legs and arms and heads, as this crown is presented to this individual and placed atop the head. And as this crown is placed atop the head, he looks up and stares at Henri directly in the eyes as this vision or dream comes to an end. That's where we left off. Unfortunately, we have a party member that's kind of running behind, and another one that really needed some R&R. So, currently waiting on Henri, but in the meantime, the group you guys were kind of sitting within her house. You guys were just kind of like getting food ready and relaxing and just overall kind of talking about everything going on.
I can't remember. I think a majority of the group had went to Henri's house. No, we had all... Yeah, that's right. And we had collected the remaining individuals and then went to Henri's house, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
As far as I remember, you guys were all at Henri's.
Yeah, Morn, because you were still at the house. Didn't we come back and...
I was at the house, and I think I had sent Selena back, but I'll just say that I went with you guys too. So, yeah, we can all be there.
Okay.
Martin will just be sitting kind of quiet against a wall.
Okay.
So we're at Henri's house, and she had, like, she had like gone downstairs into this cellar, you said?
Yes, she had gone downstairs into a cellar to collect chairs, like furniture of sorts, because they don't have this many people over at one time.
Okay. And this vision, how long did it take? Was it just over the matter of a few seconds?
You're not sure. She'll have to tell you when she gets back.
Well, I mean, for me, how long would she have been gone? Would it have been like a large amount of time?
I say about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay. I would probably, since she, left us, I probably would just, whatever room we, ventured into, whether it be like a living space or a kitchen.
You guys are kind of like in her version of like a living room.
It's still in the morning, right? 10 o'clock, I'm assuming.
Yes.
I imagine I'm still pretty beat up, so I'm probably just gonna find a spot to sit down and just kind of relax.
Yeah, I guess the first thing we should do is just sit and take a short rest.
Yeah. I mean, because I need a long rest, because I have 5 HP remaining.
Well, we'll probably stay here for the day until the night, but since we just got a long rest, yeah, I think we just need a short, at least.
Okay.
Roll up some hit die.
How many do I get? You get the hit die you can roll is depend on your level in that particular class. Yes.
Yes.
Got it. Why did it only roll 1? I selected 7.
It recommends that you roll them. If you do it on D&D Beyond, it recommends you roll them one at a time because you can see what you roll and then determine if you want to roll one more. If that makes sense.
Oh, that is smart.
Are you guys not seeing anything?
You're not seeing anything?
Yeah, it's white on our
No.
side.
Yeah.
What?
Why is
I
it
see,
not?
I see the map and I see Ginge.
You see the map?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the map.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Then, Freya, you might need to reload for the stream.
Hello.
There he is.
Sorry.
That's all good.
Did we start already?
Yeah, it's all good, dude.
Okay.
Life
Cool.
happens. We just literally started.
Oh, cool. All right, I'm getting on. Uno momento. Continue, please.
Basically, I did a recap. You have been gone for about 5 to 10 minutes while you have that vision.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the vision. Shit.
There we go.
Ah.
The rest of us are just big chilling. We're taking a short rest.
Yeah, you had gone into the cellar and had that vision,
Yeah.
and we just are taking a moment.
Right. What the hell? I said I don't. So I'm having the vision. What's going on while that's happening?
Everybody's just kind of sitting in your living room, waiting for you.
Oh, that's right. Everybody came to my house.
I think for the most part it was like, everybody just kind of woke up from a long rest. I took a short one because, I had 5 HP remaining. So I took a short rest, got some back. We're all just kind of taking a second.
Yeah, in my front room there.
Yep, we just barely started.
I was prepping the rooms for everybody else, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And then remind me again what the vision was. I forgot to go over the end of last episode.
You were removed from your body.
Right.
And as you were removed from your body, you were thrust towards some kind of ancient elven castle ruins that were partially torn down, partially not.
And it was on this, like, island, yeah?
Possibly. You're not sure.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. And you were brought towards the inners of this castle. You're brought towards the bottom of this castle, and all of a sudden it opens up into this like expansive network of ladders and open, like, tavern-ish type area. And there's clanging and banging, and there's bodies and movement all over the place. Weapons are being made, items are being crafted, and you bring yourself to a room, and in a room you find yourself hearing something crafted behind you. And as this item is being crafted behind you, this like skinny, I don't know, like off-looking individual sits atop this throne that it sits. It's like a throne made of disembodied people parts, legs, arms, heads. And as it sits and kind of like taps its fingers on the chair, out of the corner of your vision, you see something walk forward, bow down, and hand this like throne or this crown with 3 large points. One center one that's longer, 2 center ones that are 2 off to each side that are shorter, and hand it to this individual, and this individual places it atop its head. And I didn't specify the last time, but in this crown, it has 4 almost gem ports across the brow. And then, as it places its head, the crown atop of its head, and as you're like intentively staring at the individual, it looks back at you, and your vision ends.
And I return to my body.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get used to people in my visions looking at me. And I'll return to the front room there.
Okay.
Kind of like, you guys are used to seeing Honore enter rooms with like a decent amount of confidence, just like, if she's comfortable around you guys or whatever. But this time, like, she's paler than usual and is like, got this like kind of stunned look on her face. She's just kind of like, I don't really know how to begin. I've had another vision, I guess.
Vision.
Kind of like
the dream that you had.
Yeah. Bit darker, this one. Not as nice, even though the last one wasn't really either. Well, I think I might have seen where I don't know. I guess might be the Undying One. Where he is. Alright, I've just seen it. I don't. Well, I've seen it in the vision. I've never seen it in real life. I don't know if I've ever heard of such a place. Would I have had any reason to have heard of this place?
Roll a history check.
Okay. Got my dice here. Let's see, we'll go with that one. History. Oh shit, I don't have my D&D Beyond pulled up. But it's an 18 on the die. And I think my history is like it should be flat. So it should just be 18.
Okay. Nothing about this location rings a bell for you.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. I just wanted to see.
No.
Yeah. I don't really know where in the world this place might have been, but it was a land where everything that should have been alive just seemed dead. Is that like kind of the vibe I got from the place?
Sorry, I got distracted by Kaz's YouTube video. What was that?
Like everything seemed kind of dead. Is that accurate?
Yes, yeah. Everything seems very wilted, very dead.
Yeah. Like almost like the living things, like the trees were like shadows of themselves. Like the swamp, I guess, but more like, you know, a swamp's full of life, even if it's terrifying. But this place had no such feel to it. And there was ruins there, and it was down there that I guess I got a bit of a glimpse of the threat that we may come up against if we continue searching for the Leystones. And, well, it's not pretty. Say that.
And you think the Undying One was there?
I don't know how sure I am exactly. I probably know the least. Well, maybe save for Alyssa. No offense. Don't know. I don't think we told you too much about this whole thing. But of the rest of you, I think I'm probably the least knowledgeable on the subject. But I get the feeling that that's who I saw.
And we're not really sure where that was. Are you sure it wasn't a vision of, like, the future?
Well, no, I guess not. I wouldn't have really had any clue for what, like, where in time this took place. Just that's what I saw.
Yep. Nope,
Yep.
that'd just be what you saw.
Yeah. No, it could be the future. It could have been what happened in the past. I really don't have any way to say.
Well, the people that attacked us now have the gem because we carried it around. Why do we think it's a good idea to go find the other ones for them?
Because now we know what they're for. Maybe others don't.
But clearly we can't handle them ourselves.
We weren't expecting them, though.
Hey, they caught us lying down. Well, no, yeah, us.
Or we could at least find them and get them into hands that would be able to handle them. What if
Thank
they're
you.
somewhere that isn't protected and they're easy to get a hold of?
What if Henri is the only one receiving the visions? Those gems don't even get found if we don't look for them.
Well, I
It
think
seems like this individual is actively looking for them.
he must have had visions too, because he knew immediately where ours was.
He knew we had it. He could have learned that in many ways.
But how would he even know that we had it? However, he learned that we have it and where we stay. Whatever resource he uses to know that, he could use that same resource to find out where the others are.
Yeah, like if he could sense them or something.
Well, another thing worth mentioning is... Oh, this is probably the worst part. I think he may have saw me. May have seen me. Because I was sort of like... I don't know how to explain it exactly, but you know how to... out of body, I guess? Just floating in the air, and none of the other people or things I saw even felt as if they knew I was there. But he did, and he looked right at me.
Martin puts his hand in his
And
face.
I don't think that I've been stalked by animals and dangerous creatures before. Never felt a sense of dread quite so large as that. Except for maybe... No, I can't. That's not important.
I know what to do. Draw up a map, Henri. Show us where you think the others might be. And then we have to kill Henri.
What?
That way he won't be able to find us.
I
As
don't
a
like
vi-
this plan.
Very, very viable.
The logic is sound.
I don't think that's how he found us.
What are
Maybe.
we even doing?
Kaz, roll a deception check.
That dude or no? No. 19.
Henri?
Oh, am I to... Okay, I'm rolling insight.
Mm-hmm. I mean, do you not want to? You don't have to.
No, I'm like, what? I want to see what he's up to. I'm not fucking bullshitting you. I'm not touching the die. My hands are on my phone right now.
I can't see.
Hold on.
Reload.
I don't know. I don't think his cam is on.
Okay. I believe you. Natural 20.
Dead ass. Did
Okay.
not touch the die after it landed.
Okay. I believe you. You don't have to prove shit to me. I believe you.
I'm just saying. I took
So-
a picture of.
As he says this, and he just looks you dead, or she looks you dead in the eye, and just, well, I just feel like we should just kill Henri. Something about that just makes you go, shut up.
God fucking damn it. You're up to your tricks again. But she'll smile.
deal with complex feelings.
Just everything's gonna die.
Well,
Everything's fucked forever.
Well, I don't know about you all, but I definitely plan on living as long as I can. So please don't.
I think we're just wrapped up in something we have no place, or at least we're not strong enough to do. We're making enemies of the strongest people that we could think of, strongest enemies we can.
don't forget mourn the stuff that we faced. We're forces to be reckoned with too.
As we just
Yeah.
lost them.
I mean, we did go into hell.
We're not that. They're stronger people than us. But we're drawing attention to ourselves. It was one thing when we were a small part of a massive war, but now we're single-handedly challenging these people. They're gonna fight us. We're gonna lose. Unless we get stronger.
Well then,
Or make
why
sure
don't
that
we do that?
Or make sure that they don't get stronger by preventing them from getting something.
They now have 2 gems. We don't even know where the book is.
Seems like they need 4, and then there would
How
be.
many do we have? We don't have any.
Yeah, but we don't want them to have all of them either. It sounds like it would be probably an end to everything if that were to happen.
All we need is 1.
And then we're as good as dead anyway.
If we can at least get 1, and also find those weapons or items.
Kinda where I was going. Look at Henry.
Oh, fine. Is that what you meant by getting stronger?
It's either we seek help from people that are stronger than us, or we become stronger than those people. I don't think that just letting us be the only one who tries to handle this gem, putting everyone's fate in our hands when we're not capable of doing it ourselves, is a good idea.
I understand what you're saying. I think we need to do all of those things.
Yes.
We need to improve ourselves, get help where we can, and prevent the Undying One from getting stronger also.
I concur. What about the rest of you?
So the location of these gems, we have ideas on where they are, and we're gonna keep it to ourselves. Is that right?
Aye. And
So
one of them is on the way.
You're putting everyone else's fate in our hands, not letting anyone else help. We tried to do that once, and this is what happened.
Well then, what do you think we should do about that?
I think we should go look for those weapons.
I agree.
First.
Before we go after the stones?
Before we go after the stones. Once we go after the stones, they're going to know where they are, regardless of what they do now.
Aye.
We're either strong enough then or we lose. That's all I'm going to say.
So that's it. The mountains, Sumter, or Scornswald?
What about Mikkel?
Well, it's one of the stones that's in McKill, yeah? Right. We don't think one of the weapons is there, though. Is that accurate? We don't have reason to believe that any of the items is in the kill, but one of the stones might be.
As far as you can tell, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so I have written down that there's 4 of them. I mean, I'm sorry, that there's 5 total, but then I only had notes about 4 of them.
We have one of them.
Yeah, there's a bow, an axe, a sword, and something in Scornswald. But I don't know exactly what, and I don't know what the 5th one is. Anybody know?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I have 4 weapons written in my note.
Yep. So as of right now, you only know of an axe, a bow, a sword, and a staff.
Okay.
So
Maybe
we
I
have the bow.
assumed there were 5.
There might be.
I wrote down 5. I don't know if that was. I don't know why we.
I've always thought 5, but I have 4 written in my notes. So
Yeah, mine looks the same.
do we still have that book you guys found that information in?
Yes.
I
don't remember.
But we definitely have the notes, yeah?
Yeah.
The last time you saw the notes, Elena had it, and she handed it to someone.
Was it in the journal?
What?
No, the journal was the skinbound book.
Yeah.
What I just got from Elena, that journal was all the notes from what the information they got from the skinbound book. So never mind.
That's all the information from the Skinbound book is all the information about one and the weapons.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, I haven't gotten to read that much of it yet. I just got it back and I read the information about what the Undying One was. So I need to obviously read it some more.
Possibly.
But I wouldn't necessarily know that the Skinbound book had that information in it because I haven't read that yet.
Correct.
I think we have read that part.
You haven't read it. It was alluded to you by Elena. She had read that issue. Well, actually, no. You guys had read it. It was when Kalen was still alive. You had come across 2 of the weapons, and then the rest of the weapons were basically read to you by Elena.
Gotcha.
Wait, so we have 2 of them?
No, we read information on 2 of them ourselves.
Oh, that's right.
Elena provided the rest of it.
One of them was the bow, and the other was the staff. I don't remember which 2 we read.
You read of an axe, and
The
you read
axe.
of a bow.
Right, the axe, yeah. That's what I was thinking. That's the one that we think is in the mountains, yeah?
Possibly.
Well, we're already in the mountains. Do we want to try? And we're pretty well acquainted with them at this point as well, for how many times we've been in them. Do we want to try and see if we can find one of these weapons, since we're hopefully fairly close to it?
Alyssa will down the rest of whatever was in her tankard and let out a big sigh, and she'll say, well, it's all nice and dandy that you're all looking forward to go hunting after story tales, but wasn't there something of higher priority to you, Silver Elf?
Yeah. Well. I don't know what we do about that. It's of great importance to me, surely.
Well, you know where they went, don't you?
I have a lead. That's all.
And what's that lead?
My daughter may or may not be in McKill. I don't know, but that's the last place they that she was seen going to.
Well, she'll sit up from her chair, wipe whatever residue's left on her bandaged forearm, and she'll say, I might have more of that information available.
You know something more about where my daughter is than I do.
Maybe I do.
Well, go on, spit it out.
Before we escaped that keep in the swamp, I infiltrated the office of one of their higher-ups, and I managed to acquire a ledger of the past 7 months of everybody that they've sold.
7 months.
I only skimmed through the first month, but one of those went directly to McKill.
Were there any names? Or just numbers or whatever?
Showed crack her neck a few times. Let me check. She'll pull out the ledger.
Okay.
And go into that spot.
Oh, I didn't realize you grabbed it.
So, are you just kind of flipping to the last most recent month?
I'm looking to wherever I saw the McKill entry, which
Okay.
would be in the last month.
Yep.
And I'm looking at all details associated with that sale.
The last sale. Refresh my memory. Henri, how long ago? Your daughter? I think it was like a year, correct?
It was a little shorter than that. It was
Hold on.
because it was like the by the time she met the party, it would have been like maybe close to 3 weeks to a month.
Okay, so then it's roughly been about 3 months?
We were in hell for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, so then...
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably been about 5 months, 6 months. So,
yeah.
you pull up the first ledger, the first page. On the first page, it talks of one green gem, slender and young of age, or not young of age, sorry. One pristine green gem, newly acquired, selling for 1,200 gold. It talks of a pristine sapphire gem, red in color, sold for 2,200 gold. And then it talks of a third gem, white, and modeled and old, sold for 400 gold.
What is the are those for like 5 months ago?
That's for the last month.
Okay.
'Cause
What about the
that's
McKill entry?
The McKill, so that would be the last month of the McKill entry. So are you just going to keep flipping back through the books to see all the McKill entries?
Yeah.
Okay. So over the course of, like, every time you flip through the ledger, it's, it's like one or two, it talks of like one or two gems, some older, some newer, pristine cuts, some modeled, it talks of like modeled and not good cut. And then as you get to the last page of the ledger, you feel a little defeated at this point. One second here. Honor, did you get that?
Uh,
I just messaged you. I just need some specifics here real quick. Yeah. Cass doesn't know how to deal with complex feelings. Because that's how Kaz deals.
Everything becomes a joke.
Nice.
Or is overly serious.
How to describe?
I just need like some basics.
Yeah.
Sorry, stream, taking long. It talks of a bright white diamond, pristine and cut. Not full diamond cut, but potent and well cut. Sold for 2,100 gold. And it says in the comments, underneath, found in northern regions. Close to Fort Thramgard, or mined from north of Fort Thramgard.
So that's it then. They reduce...
I haven't said any of this out loud yet.
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Who is it sold to?
It was sold to a... Oh, I really need to go through my notes. It was sold to the stewardess Ludovis Eins, also aka to the Lord Gregarian Trumpsfane, for the price of 3,800 golds, paid well in advance.
3,100?
3,100 gold. So it sounds like he paid promptly and with extra to have delivered immediately.
I'm thinking diamond is street name for elf.
I already know that, pretty much. So as she's leafing through, she'll her eyes will temporarily dart over to Henri, and she'll say, "How long ago was she taken?"
I guess in the time that we sort of skipped, about 6 months, maybe.
And as she gets to the very back, a confident smile will come across her face, and she'll say,
And it is You notice it's like literally at the bottom of the page, like the last entry of the first page, or the last page, and it's in like
Excuse me.
all the other ones are literally like one line, like bought and sold. That one is in like a small paragraph.
The other
Like-
one's comments don't say much, except
Yeah.
for this one. This one's particular for some reason.
This one's very particular for some odd reason.
Yeah.
And it seems like it was high valued and sold quickly.
So yeah, as she gets to the back,
She better fetch a goddamn high price.
as she gets
She's
to the
worth
back,
a lot more than that.
a smile will come across her face, and she'll say, "Bullseye. I have an entry right here in the very back. Description fits what could be a young elven girl. I know how much they were sold for, and where they were sold to, and who they were sold to."
Well, that's good then. We know where she is. But I get the feeling that there's something else.
Well, it depends. Are we gonna go hunting for legendary storybook fables, or are we gonna go rescue your daughter?
Definitely the latter. At least I am.
No, I'd say
Y'all
that's
can
a
come with
pretty-
me or not.
That's a pretty easy call. I wanted to go to McKill before we started even discussing this.
I think as members of the Justice's Boon, it would be irresponsible not to go.
Is anybody against the idea of going to McKill?
I can't truly rest till I know she's safe.
Henry, I'm sorry that I tried to put something ahead of that. But we can't do that and look for the gem. We can't look for the gem over there. So I don't think so. Far.
I suppose your concerns are warranted.
But
Didn't exactly hold on to the last one very long.
I shouldn't have tried to steer us away from McKill, just because I was afraid of the gem.
If the concern is us finding the gem and it getting taken, obviously we have a priority of finding Henri's daughter.
I agree.
So we should do that and make sure she's safe before we do anything else. And I agree that having a stone in our possession, especially with having her daughter, is kind of counterintuitive.
Counterproductive.
Yeah.
Don't make the mistake I did and endanger someone else because of what you're doing.
Well, it seems settled then. When do we leave?
Well, I'm ready whenever you are.
I would like to get going as soon as possible. But, well, you all woke up this morning to knives in your sides, so I'd understand if you didn't want to leave right away.
Kaz, wasn't there a teleportation circle in Thinsveld? That's where Kalen's temple was.
I don't know that one. I know.
How did we get there last time? Didn't we teleport there last time, or did we use the...
We've never been to Thinsville. I don't think.
Yeah, we have.
Isn't that where we were right before we went to hell?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went to Thinsville. That's where Kalen's temple was.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's the beer drinking.
Yeah.
And that's where we did the underwater, that lake right outside of Thinsville is where we did the little underwater adventure. And hung out with the rad surfer bros.
The bros.
So how did we get to
Um,
Thinsville last time? I thought it was a teleport that we did.
Didn't we just fly?
Oh wait, no, we flew.
Can we fly again?
Yeah, I have a Skeld, a Steinthorn, Jupiter Canby, and then Bobo's dimension or plane that he is on.
Should we do the fly thing?
Bobo's house of debauchery.
We could teleport to Skeld.
There's not
Also,
a very
and-
direct route from Skeld.
We
Oh
have to
well,
go
then
through
we
the
wouldn't
river
know
then?
that. We wouldn't know that though.
If some people need to rest, I understand. I also wouldn't mind resting outside of this town, outside of Duper. Teleport somewhere and then rest there would be my vote.
I can agree
Well,
with
with-
that, especially since our attackers are obviously nearby here.
I would say with the new defenses in place, this may be the safest spot.
But they know that we're here. They wouldn't necessarily know where we're going.
How do we know that? They knew where we were.
Maybe because of the gem. Which we don't have anymore.
Maybe.
But
I-
you're right, there's no certain way to
I
know
would
that.
say we spend the day here, get whatever provisions we need, rest here tonight, leave first thing in the morning.
Well, I was just in the middle of getting all your rooms set up. Certainly go back to that.
I'm in agreement with that plan.
While we're here, then, do we want to? Well, not me, but do you guys want to read about some of the things in the book? Maybe learn more about who Joran is, or other people that are mentioned with those weapons.
Yeah, I can do some reading.
Do we want to do that now or do it later?
I can read now and you guys can do whatever you need to do and I can report what I find.
Well, then I suppose I'll continue getting all the beds set. And the sofa.
Honor, do you have a quiet place where I could go and read?
Yes. Well, I guess it's usually quieter up there at night. Is Lachlan still asleep? Would he
Yeah.
be? Okay.
Yeah. He's PTFO. Hard PTFO.
Would I have a key to his study?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she would. She'd be like, I need to know where you are. She'll give Freya, or pull out a key. Simple little silver key. Be like, upstairs, down 2 doors at the end of the hallway. Unlock that door. Go in there. Nice and quiet.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Just
take
don't disturb anything too much. He likes it disorganized.
I won't touch anything. I'll take the key and I'll head up. And I will go into the study.
It's a well done study as you ascend the stairs. Very simple, but metric fuck ton of books.
And a
Metric fuck ton.
yeah, they're just stacked like in the middle of the room, and
So imagine incredibly nice bookshelves stacked with books, and then books crammed on the shelves, and then also on the floor stacked on top of each other, and then a giant oak desk, just like tons of books
covered
laid
in
across it,
yeah.
and just like
books,
open.
papers, fucking
Yeah.
sketches of shit.
Yeah.
Like sketches, writings, just all over the place, and it, like tacked on the walls even.
Gotcha.
Organized chaos, but chaotic nonetheless.
Perfect. And then while everybody is doing whatever they're doing, I will just be trying to read through the book to find more information on the weapons. And if I can figure out any information about where they are or who has them.
Okay. So what are the rest of you doing while she begins to read?
I'm making the beds
Okay, you're making the beds.
and setting up the rooms that
So
don't have beds.
by right now it's only about noon.
Yeah. Just getting them ready.
Yeah. Anybody else doing anything else?
There's someone I want to go talk to.
Okay. Well, who would you like to talk to?
I will walk outside. And I will approach the... Guess I'll go down a street that's somewhere near the wall of the city.
Okay.
And then, when no one is looking, I will turn into a spider. And I want to go talk. I want to go talk to the... What's his name?
Roll stealth.
Sure. But I am a spooter.
A spooter.
So you slink into the alley and you kind of like put yourself against the wall. Big guy. And he puts himself against the wall and all of a sudden he's just like and like just begins to shrink into a spider. And as you're doing this, somebody walks around the corner, piss ass drunk at 11:30 in the afternoon, sees you doing this and goes, and turns around and walks the other direction.
Bad trip. Bad trip.
Okay, I want to go.
Like, oh god, they found me.
I don't know why I can't find.
The demons have found me.
So who are you looking for?
The druid. I'm trying to remember his name. It's in this note somewhere. Nah, it doesn't matter. Bruggen.
Correct. Okay, it takes you the better part of an hour to find him. But you do locate him north of town, halfway out of town, up on a hill, just hanging out.
Okay. I'm gonna transform out of my spider form.
Okay.
Is he up to anything? Or is he just chilling?
He's just got his back turned to you right now, cross-legged, sitting at the campfire.
Rugen?
Hello, Morton.
Do you have time if I sit with you?
He turns around and looks at you as he, takes a sip of his coffee. I always have time. I don't do anything else but drink tea and sit.
Well, that's kind of why I came out here. I just needed to get out of Jupiter. I can only be in there for so long.
Why only so long? It is peaceful. Do you not enjoy the city?
The city is not peaceful. Out here is peaceful.
I would have to agree with you on that.
Sometimes I wish I could just forget about everything and do what you do. Live out
Then
here.
come, sit. And he scoots over like a couple feet and pulls up this giant leather pillow type deal and just pats it and slides a cup of tea across.
I'll try some of the tea.
It's tea. It's very it's good tea, but think of tea made from dandelions and weird shit. And so it's okay. It's not bad, but you're just kind of
It's like pine needle tea.
Kind of, yeah. It's very offsetting.
Okay.
So, tell me what troubles you. Why? Why do you need to get away?
Well, to be honest, I'm not really sure what to do next. Part of me thinks that I need to save the world, and the other half thinks I need to hide from everything else.
So, you feel like you need to save the world, and you also feel like you need to hide. That is a predicament. Why do you feel like you need to save the world?
Someone needs to do it.
There are others, are there not?
There are.
Do you feel like you are strong enough to do this?
No.
Why? Why do you not feel like you are strong enough?
Well, I've lost. Turns
what?
out,
A fight? We all lose fights.
Not fights. I don't lose fights. But just in this game, I don't know the rules.
Nobody truly knows the rules. Nobody truly knows the rules. We just
Speaking of
play by them as well as we can.
I don't feel. I kind of told you this when I first came here. Back then, all I could do was swing an axe, and I still wanted to make a difference. But
You still can. Why can you not make a difference? What is it about you that you are unable to make a difference?
well, I thought I could protect my village, and well, they got all killed. And then I met the elf, and I tried to protect her, and she got taken to hell. And then I was able to rescue my sister, and she nearly got stabbed in her sleep. I tried to connect with a certain cleric who ended up turning on his god.
It sounds like a string of unfortunate events. Events that were mostly out of your hands. How do you feel?
They were out of my hands because the only thing in my hands is an axe.
Well, where do you feel deep down that axe should point? Or not point? What do your friends need from you?
That might be what I'm looking for.
From the sounds of it, it does not feel like you failed. It feels like you saved. The only one that seems to have escaped would be one that doubted his beliefs. The rest, it seems like you went to your friends' sides and brought them back from what seems to have been problems, death, unfortunate ends. And he takes a big sip of his tea and kind of just gives you this big wide smile with like the big crow's feet and stares right back at you. It sounds like your friends need you more than you realize.
Mind if I stay here the rest of the day?
You can stay here as long as you like.
I'm gonna chill with this dude.
Okay.
Just enjoy being away from everything for a little bit.
He just continues to sit by the fire, just drinking tea. You have small conversations about Shantea and other gods. You just kind of relax and sit by the fire. It's peaceful, quiet. You enjoy it. Anybody else?
I think I just want to walk around the town. I don't have anywhere to be. Like when you go to a city you've never been to before, you just kind of
You just
walk
walk.
to the. Yeah, you just kind of walk to see it, see what you see, shoot the shit with Mimir as we kind of walk around and just wander for the day, for the
Okay.
afternoon.
Mimir gives you little tidbits of the city, ancient builds, little streets that like not a whole lot of people know about, like just little stupid things. Seems very excited.
I'll probably just do that a couple hours, maybe head back to Henri's place.
I would probably spend the entire day in the study reading. Or as long as I'm uninterrupted. Obviously,
Okay.
if at any point I'm interrupted, I'd stop, but I'm just going to be reading.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'll just early start making dinner.
Okay. Freya.
Mhm.
What are you, over the course of the day, what are you looking to... Excuse me. What are you looking to obtain? What are you reading for?
Trying to glean as much information I can as about these legendary weapons and where they are and who might have them. I'm just going to be
Okay.
scouring for as much information about that as I can.
Okay. So, over the course of the next several hours, you are able to get several pieces of information. None like amazing, but you're able to get information about the bow. The Panthers is how she was known. She was a hunter of renown that was known for tracking unkillable beasts, dragons, legendary creatures, and killing them basically on her own. She was last seen near the swamp where you guys found the bow, where she had said to be retiring after her last kill. And you, assuming from what you found within the temple, her last kill was obviously her last job. You get information about and she was a human female. Very stocky, very athletic. She was known for her ability to run miles without having to rest. Very renowned throughout the capital. Her name was Bridget. The axe was a giant of a man, not even a man. A lot of people believed
Wait, hold on. You said Bridget?
Yep. Bridgett.
Okay, and the axe?
The axe was held by a Goliath. Some thought to be for many, many years a human man, but he was actually a Goliath, a giant 7'2", just hulking mass of a beast, and he was actually known as the Immovable Mountain. Disappeared. Was known for fighting any and all creatures to challenge his strength. Was known for doing feats of strength well beyond the human, or beyond the mortal man was supposed to be known to do. The last known reference in the book and in a lot of the history books that you were able to find is he disappeared into the Evercrest Mountains to challenge a white dragon. And that was last that was heard of him.
Okay, one sec. Okay.
Okay.
I don't hear any background noise, do you?
I hear
No.
music.
Like the bot music?
Yep.
Okay, good. Some people downstairs are doing some
Oh,
whatever
you.
shit.
I read of a half-elven male. The axe was owned by Joran, Jooran. The sword was owned by Organ, a half-elven male. He was known as the Blade, the Quick Flash, known for his unrenowned martial skills and use of a blade. Was known for entering himself into tournaments to fight creatures and humans alike half drunk and semi-crippling himself to make it more of a thrill. So he would purposely cripple himself and or handicap himself to make it a challenge and fun.
Okay.
He was last seen around Sumter. The last reports of him was that he had challenged members of the Withering Hand to duels. And he hasn't been seen since.
Okay.
Staff was owned by Boormay, Boormay, a dragonborn of unrenowned arcane art for his time, was constantly hunted by members of the Empire, not only because of his race, but because of his arcane ability. He was known as he was known as Blink. Basically, he had the ability to just disappear and reappear elsewhere rapidly. He was incredibly smart, lost himself in many, many books, often. Was seen as a genius of his time. He created, towards the end of his life, he created a world of his own that he would study in. The last known remnants or whereabouts of him are unknown. After he created this puzzle world, it was said that he died within it. There are reports, kind of side notes by Elena, that said the last known location of this puzzle box was in Skarnsvold, and it is said to have been collected and given to the Six, possibly, or held in some area of Skarnsvold.
This dude sounds like Daedalus.
You mean Daedalus?
Daedalus. Either way. Tomato.
God. Okay,
And
so
then
created
there's
a puzzle
a-
world and he likely died. Side note is that the puzzle box is potentially in Skornsvold or maybe given to the Six.
Possibly. There's not the greatest notes on it, and you're unsure as to its whereabouts. It was actually called the Stylus. It was called the Stylus, Stilas.
Oh, the weapon?
The box, the world that he created.
The puzzle box or the actual world?
The puzzle box was called the Stylus.
One second. Got it.
Perfect. And then the last page speaks of a weapon. A weapon that you're unsure what it does, but it is said to have been the final piece in defeating the Undying One, because he had ascended at that point, and this has said to have weakened him and brought him back from the demigod state and made him mortal again. But the page is ripped halfway down. Or the notes from the notes from Elena say that she was unable to
fully read the last part.
correct. She was unable to to break down the last page, as the last page was ripped and missing.
Okay, and you said it's this weapon or this unknown thing is the final piece of feeding the Undying One?
Defeating.
Defeating, okay.
It would bring him from a demigod, because at the time he had ascended and was powerful beyond mortal means, and this last piece is said to be like a spear that was used to actually weaken and bring him back from a demigod state or a godly state.
Almost like how a spear is what felled the great warrior Cuchulainn. I don't know if you guys know about that legend. Sorry, continue.
This dude is a whole mood. What dude?
Oh, your druid dude.
Oh. He's just chill. He's up there just smoking, having
He's
a good
like
time.
a Lyro, dude. He just sips his tea.
Yeah. He just hangs out.
He
Alright.
vibing.
Over the course of several hours, you're able to basically get that vibe.
Okay.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Sorry, I was just fixing the rest of my notes here.
I'll sneak back into town at some point.
After getting as much information as I feel I can from the journal about these items, I would leave the study and go back down.
Okay. You find everybody, well, the majority of everybody sitting within the study,
In the living room.
within the living room, and kind of all about.
Here's some, clanging of dishes from the kitchen and like the something on the stove. Probably.
I would go into the kitchen if it sounds like Henri's in the kitchen. Is it just Henri in the kitchen? Making like food or something?
As of right now, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go up to, or I would stand right next to Henri as she's doing whatever she's doing over the stove cooking. So I think I've got some pretty good information about the weapons.
Oh, do you know? That's
Don't
good.
necessarily have a map pointing us right to them because, that would be too easy.
Eh?
But at least I have a good idea of what they are and kind of their general whereabouts.
That's good. I'm sure everyone else will like to hear about it. Why don't we talk about the details over dinner?
At
almost
the
it.
same time, as much as I want to share all the details with everybody, I also don't want it to detract from what we're trying to do.
Eh?
So maybe I should wait. I'd rather have everybody focus on going to McKill and getting your daughter back.
I suppose you're right. I guess I like to distract myself from thinking about what might be waiting for me.
I would just worry that everybody would get caught up in maybe knowing more information about where these items are and getting sidetracked. Which at the same time I don't think necessarily would happen, because I feel like everybody is on the same page with really wanting to help get her back. I don't know, what do you think? Do you think I should just tell everybody about it?
Oh. Maybe you're right. I should certainly focus on this more.
Does that mean you don't want me to share?
Don't tell me just yet.
Okay. Anything I can help you cook then?
Well, I'll like dip a little spoon in the. I don't know. What am I making? What am I making?
Are you? What are you making?
That's a good question. Probably something soup related. I don't know.
I was gonna say I don't know what you're making.
Just a
But I was
big
doing like
pot of cabbage soup.
no, there's some good meat in there. It's a good soup. But she'll like dip it and like taste it a little bit and be like, this could use more salt. What do you think? And then she'll offer Freya a taste.
I'll take a taste. Do I think it needs salt?
Roll a perception check
For saltiness.
for saltiness.
Hey, it's using one of the senses.
Hey!
Yeah,
I got a
definitely-
good
it
taste for salt.
definitely- It definitely needs salt. It's real lacking. Like it's pretty bland.
Alright, not the best cook, to be real.
Yeah, I mean, I could use a little bit of salt. Where's the salt?
Oh, it should be up in that cabinet right there.
Excellent. I'm gonna grab the salt, and knowing that it doesn't just need a little bit of salt, I'm gonna get over to the pot that she's cooking in, and then I'm going to point. No, I'm not gonna point. I'm gonna be like, can you check really quick to see if anybody's come back in? I thought I heard a door open.
Are you sure you got this?
Yeah, I'll just add a little bit of salt, stir it, and taste it again.
All right then. And she'll just duck out of the room for a minute.
I'm gonna load it with salt.
Okay.
She didn't put enough in.
I mean, you said it definitely needed salt, so I didn't.
Oh, I
Want,
definitely did.
I don't mean I want to load it with salt as in make it inedible. I mean, I didn't want to insult her by showing how much salt it needed. So
Okay.
it diverted attention away.
Okay, so make just a straight dex roll. Just straight
Oh
dex.
shit!
We'll see how quickly, fast, and okay. You pour a decent amount of salt in.
All right.
Has anybody come back? I don't know what
Like-
time this is taking place at.
It's roughly around like 1, 2 o'clock at this point.
Yeah, it's got to simmer for a little while.
Yeah. So, what is everybody doing? So I can get a gist of what's going on. I feel like this is all over the place.
Okay.
So,
For dinners.
so you're returning for dinner. Henri and Freya are cooking.
Yeah, I think the same. I'll be kind of showing back to the house around early evening.
Okay. Alyssa?
Yeah, what did you do during all the time that this was happening?
She would have taken a chair and dragged it over and propped it up against the one of the walls of the entrance hallway. She'd just be kind of staring blankly at the other wall, sort of daydreaming about stuff.
Do I see Kaz when I come back to Jupiter?
I would assume so. I would assume Kaz is just kind of hanging out at the house.
Oh.
You come back, Kaz is just kind of hanging out in the front entryway of the house.
If he's already back at the house, I'm not going to do that.
Okay. A couple hours pass, and dinner is now ready. The table's begun to be prepped. Everything's set out, and smells good. It is a cheesy potato soup with some bacon.
And it's perfectly seasoned.
Maybe.
With help from.
You'll find out.
Can I tell how much salt is in
Tasting it?
Yeah.
It's pretty salty.
it?
Like, it's not overpowering, but it's definitely like, oh, this could have been really good if they'd laid off just a little bit on the salt.
Kind of burns the tongue, just the tiniest
Yeah.
bit.
It's like you take those couple of bites, you're like, oh, this is really good, and then after like a minute, like 30 seconds to a minute, you're like,
Need water.
very salty.
Feel my tongue shriveling up.
So you guys do begin to sit down at the table and eat. Lachlan joins you about 10 minutes into supper. He looks thin, frail, extremely gaunt, and just kind of like out of it. And he sits down and like just begins to like he's like half asleep, half awake, shoveling soup into his mouth.
I'll whenever he comes down, I'll basically drop whatever I'm doing and just make sure that he gets the food into him.
Good little wife. Nice. And sweet. Yeah, that's right. No.
Just
He
like
kind of appreciates it and tries to like bat you off, but he just like doesn't have any physical strength to be like stop. He's kind of like
normally he doesn't anyway. So
yeah, it's like this little it's like a little feather. He's just kind of like, like I got this, and he's kind of like trying to deflect you, and you're just like, shut up, just stop. So you guys all begin to eat the meal. The meal is good, a little salty. The events of the day bounce around through all of your heads. Conversations had, past, present, thoughts. And as you're sitting there eating, enjoying your meal, Henri, you sit at the table, and you, every 30 seconds, minute, as you help Lachlan eat, and you look up at the table, your group of friends, you look back, take a bite of your bowl, reach back across the table, help Lachlan do it again as he kind of tries to bat your hand away. You feel a shiver run up your spine. Catches you off guard. You don't like it. You bat it off and you continue doing what you're doing. Another 30 seconds passes. And all of a sudden a voice creeps into your head. Do you not think that I see you? Shh. I have noticed you. I sense frustration, anger. I like that. I sense strong elven blood. That could be very beneficial to me. I lost my last candidate from your group. He would have made a strong subject. I like breaking those with religious ties. They're always the most fun. Your group has been interesting to watch over the last couple of months as you toy with my disciples. I will have to keep an eye on you further. Yes, I do believe so. Little elven girl. We see you around. And you just feel like the shiver kind of like leave your shoulders and creep down your spine and leave.
The music was perfect for that, by the way.
I just kind of try to ignore it the best I can.
Okay.
Does Henri look visibly different during this?
Roll a deception check, Henri.
$15. 16 minus 1.
Well, my passive is 17, so...
Yeah. Anybody with passives above 15, you notice Henri visibly distraught for about 30 seconds. Like she goes
And then for like
pale.
a minute after that, she's like trying to pretend she isn't, but it's pretty obvious that something happened.
You guys see you see her go from like Mama Bird taking care of Lachlan to all of a sudden like feeding him, but like just like trying to like focus on two things at one time, and she's visibly like thinking about something at the same time she's doing something else. It's very visible. She's very pale, almost clammy looking as she tries to hide it. Yeah. Something is upsetting, and you're not sure what.
Everything alright? Did I put too much salt in the soup?
Yeah, that's what it was. Fine, it's not too bad. Just a little bit much. She'll just take some water, chug it.
I'm gonna just keep looking at her because I'm half wondering if it's the soup, but also I'm like, yeah, something's off. I won't press further though.
Dinner comes to an end. It was okay. You're all very thirsty. Dessert is served. Some kind of pie. That was a little bit better. A little more on par.
She's better at desserts anyway.
Makes sense because the food groups for elves is candy cane, candy corn, and syrup, right? It's all sugar.
Correct.
I mean, hey, I do live in the North Pole, kind of.
Technically. So, as you finish dinner, what do you do? It was pretty good.
I think this music's telling us to go to sleep.
I agree.
Beaten from the day, tired, worn out, bodies aching. You're shown to your individual rooms, some sharing, some not. You lay on the floor, on the beds, on the sleeping pads. Oh, excuse me. That are provided by Henri. And you fall asleep for the night. The morning takes you. You are rested, achy, but rested. You are not greeted by the normal hustle and bustle of the house and the cooked breakfast. It's a little bit different being in this house. As Henri is up before all of you, she has started a small fire. The kitchen/entryway is warm. And she has started coffee.
I'm loving the music, but I'm changing the vibe because it's a sleepy vibe.
You're not wrong.
Morning music. Yeah.
Good old Inquisition. Oh wait. This is Dragon Age 2.
Coffee, anyone?
Oh, yeah, long rest. I marked that off, hold on. Alright, I probably wouldn't linger around wherever I slept. I'd probably, after waking up, I would just head down to the dining area.
Yeah, I'd be immediately down too.
You are greeted by a small plate of eggs and coffee.
I'd prefer alcohol if you got any.
Well,
Morning
guess I
music
could make it Irish.
That's better.
I'll get some whiskey. Whiskey and coffee. That's pretty normal, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
It's an Irish coffee.
Yeah.
By the way, Michael, you were kind of hard to hear.
I just gave Alyssa a weird look.
Yeah, I'll make Alyssa's coffee. I guess it wouldn't be Irish necessarily, but
A little spiked.
yeah.
Elvish.
There we go.
Put it in here, and she holds out her tankard. And she throws it back.
Still
Coffee's
boiling
good.
hot.
She'll do a good amount of it.
Good big glug. And she takes her little her little jaunt of it. You guys are all gathered around the table. The day is here. It's about 7:30 in the morning, 8. Coffee, eggs, and a little Irish coffee, or Elvish coffee in the morning. What are you doing?
I'm ready to go.
Same here. I'm ready to go whenever everybody else is.
On our way out of town, Jin, just for expediency, would make sure that, I run into like a alchemy shop or a general store and grab a couple of potions of healing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But I don't feel like you're going to
Definitely
take a
a good
bunch
idea.
of time talking through that, so...
Okay, so you guys are gonna stop and grab some potions.
Yeah.
You guys do make your way to the local alchemy shop. I'm not gonna pull up my notes for that.
The cauldron.
Yes. And you are able to procure a couple healing potions, depending on what you want. She has 5 healing potions, and then she has 1 greater and 2 superior.
Can I grab a regular and a greater, I guess?
Awful.
Does the cauldron, whoever's at the desk or whatever, do they ever mention anything about being robbed a few days ago? Or did they never notice?
Do you bring it up?
No, I just want to see if she brings it up in small talk as we're shopping.
Oh. As you talk, nothing is brought up of a robbery, but she does watch very, very closely, and there is somebody large standing in the corner of the shop now.
Okay, so we didn't notice.
Okay, so what are you looking to buy?
We should get all those healing potions.
Okay, so you're buying. So she has 5 healing potions, 1 greater, 2 superior.
Can we afford these?
I mean, yeah, can we just get them all, I guess?
Okay, so that is
I think Kaz has the party gold now.
Yeah, just let me know a total.
that's 4,500 gold. For 2 superior, 1 greater, and 5 healing potions.
Is that a lot?
Damn, dang, that's really high. I guess I'll just take of those. I'll just take 2 of the regular healing potions.
That's 100 gold. Excuse me. So you're only buying 2 regular?
No, I'm thinking we might as well get all of them. I don't know. What do you guys think? I was just saying I want to make sure I have at least 2 potions in my bag, since we're kind of limited on the larger ones and they're so expensive. I'm okay with just taking 2 of the regular ones in my bag.
Okay, so what was the total? 4,000 what?
500 for the lot. For 5 healing, 1 greater, and 2 superior.
But what was it? It was like 4,100, something like that.
4,500.
4,500.
We got a lot of money from the temple, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab one of the big ones.
Did we ever divvy that up, like between us, or how did we do that?
Party gold.
No.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
I'm gonna grab one of the big ones.
Ooh, Project Winter.
What about Project Winter?
I think this song is from Project Winter.
This is from
Cut.
Bastion.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is.
from Bastion.
It is Bastion. You're right. I'm like, this song sounds super familiar. For some reason, I thought it was Project Winter.
Nah, this is In Case of Trouble.
I love
Okay,
the
so
narrator's
it's-
voice.
It's
Oh,
4
yeah.
regular, 1 greater, 2 superior.
Find this trusty old friend.
5 healing, 1 greater, and 2 superior.
Okay. Fred took
Yes,
2
Yeah.
2 of the regular.
healing. Morn, you're taking a superior.
Yep.
I'll do a greater and a healing.
Just 3 things allowed this stuff. Two. Forget about 2. 3. I missed the stuff.
So we still have a superior and 2 healings.
Oh, I have a superior.
You have one, or you're going to take one from one of the ones we just bought?
No, I have one.
Okay, so Alyssa, you want the other one?
I already have one from when I robbed this place. I'll take another one though.
Well, in that case, I was worried that we were going to be shorthanded. I wouldn't mind having a superior in my bag then,
Okay,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
since I
take
just have
the
the
other one.
2 small ones.
And Morn, why don't you take just a regular healing one?
Okay.
Also, in addition to the greater that you took, and then I'll take the other regular healing 2.
Do potions have an expiration date?
Not that you're aware of.
Good, because this one's pretty old. I think you gave this to me in the first session that I played.
Probably.
Yeah, and I've just held on to it. I used the regular and the greater that you gave me as well. But I never used the superior.
So, you gather your potions. What are you doing?
Getting the hell out of Dodge.
Okay.
How are we getting the hell out of Dodge?
I think we're flying.
It's up to you guys, I guess.
Well, the quicker we get there, probably the better.
Closer we can get there, the better.
That too. I know we figured out the math before, because I know there's like a distance for the flying form. I know we were able to get to Thinsfeld in like 8 hours or something.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
Can we get high enough to go over the mountains?
Yeah, we did last time, because we went from Jupiter to Thinsfeld, so we can still do that. It would take like 8
right.
hours. I don't know how much more time we had other than that, though. Or
Yeah, the spell is 8 hours. I'm not sure how. You go 600 feet per 6 seconds, so 100 feet per second.
So it's about a mile.
So about 70 miles an hour.
So over the whole thing, about 500 miles.
Yeah. About 560 miles. I don't really know on this map how far 560 miles is. I don't know if anyone knows that. But that's how far we can get.
Definitely get us over the mountains.
We need a banana for scale.
Compared to Coke can.
Well, we can always see how far we get in 8 hours and then fall out of the sky if we don't get there.
Yeah, but does anybody have feather fall? That's an out of character question. That out of character question. Don't answer that.
We've used Featherfall before. I don't know if maybe you weren't with us. Cass does.
So it's 75 seats,
I don't think I've
75 feet. So we'll say it's 750 miles from Jupiter to Thinsveld. Because I think the last time you guys made the trip, you came just short of Thinsveld. If I remember correctly. You guys came
Yeah.
up kind of just short in the out.
Yeah, we definitely came into Thinsville from the road and from like a decent distance out.
Oh, this kind of works. We're just saying this is times 10. Yeah.
You know, but you have to do it from Jupiter. Whoops.
Right. So we could only make it to the hex next to Thinsville.
I think it makes sense because I feel like we arrived right outside of Thinsville last time too. So
Yeah.
we
Correct.
could just at least
Around
get that
here.
far.
Correct.
And then, I mean, we're halfway.
Or we could cast it twice. Can you do that spell more than once?
No.
Oh, is it really tiring?
We could do it the next. Well, no, we'd probably have to wait 2 days to do it again. Yeah.
We could walk from Thinsville. Well, not necessarily on the road.
Now, what do you think? What if we're on a horse when we cast the spell? Could we and the horse turn to gas and sort of guide the horse gas to the same direction? So that when we land, we'll have our horses.
You can try.
Well, isn't there a limit on how many creatures you can cast the spell on at once?
It's
No,
10.
You can try.
Yeah, but I
mean,
thought
it would-
the idea was that you can't interact when you're in that cloud form. So who's to say that that horse does not just go freaking out and going off in a direction because it doesn't understand our intent?
I have feel
Yeah.
like I've seen horses go flying in the air before in Skyrim.
You can try.
They're usually spinning super fast.
Yeah, it's usually not good. It's usually not good.
Usually not good.
Yeah, and I don't think they're gonna let Freya get.
Helicopter horse. Away!
Not only that, but I don't think they're gonna let Freya get another horse from the stables after last time.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Bum bum ba-da.
You done fucked up, girly.
Yeah, she might have been banned for that for a little bit.
Well,
Excuse me,
For a
can I
little bit.
borrow a horse? We're gonna take
No.
it straight
Well, I guess since you asked so nicely this time, no.
So what you doing?
Well, let's fly to. We'll go to Thinsveld. We'll have to walk the rest of the way. Maybe we can pick up some horses when we're there.
Okay. So you guys are flying towards Thinsveld.
Yeah.
And you are casting what again?
Windwalk.
So
When you walk in.
Okay. So you cast the spell, and your willing 10 creatures take off into the sky as you begin to make your way over the Evercrest Mountains.
Yep.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me.
Oh, wait. If it's up to 10 million creatures, we could do 5 people and 5 horses.
The
That's
issue
what I was
is that-
saying.
No.
but the horses move of their own volition, even when they're
Right.
We
That's
can't
the problem.
interact with them in that form, and
might
they
just-
have
Yeah.
no idea of our intent. So there's nothing that we can do after they become gas form.
We could talk to them before and they leave.
I think it might be too late for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, we don't know what the d20 is.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
That's a big
roll,
old one.
roll a d6.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
We're about to get dragon sniped.
You cast the spell as you slam the staff into the ground, and the spell reverberates as you guys feel your bodies shift. You take off, and you begin to make your way over the Evercrest Mountains. And as you hit the edge of the Evercrest Mountains and you begin to ascend to get over the caps of the mountains and make your way across, you hit a blizzard. A blizzard like none you've ever seen. And you begin to lose your way. You have issues making north, south, left, right, east, west. You're not sure where you are. And you just fly, thinking that you're heading in a southern direction. You head for the better part of about 4-5 hours as the spell begins to come towards the end. Like you have about an hour-ish. The sky clears up, or begins to clear up, and you begin to make out your surroundings. You are over wide open ocean.
Fuck. Last time we dealt with deep water, it did not go well.
And do we see land?
Well,
Roll
we
a
can't.
perception check.
The issue is that also, again, we can't interact with each other.
We can't do perception checks while we're in the air.
If you
Yeah.
if you could see what was happening, Cloud Honore would be freaking the fuck out.
Well, you could still see
I was gonna say you can still see.
each
You
other.
just
True.
We
can't
can't
do anything.
speak.
So roll a perception check.
Who's rolling perception?
Kaz.
Oh.
Kaz
Not
was the
good.
one. Yeah, Kaz was the one that
Why
asked.
do you have Kaz do it?
I mean, Kaz asked. Kaz asked if he could see land. You look around in all directions and you don't see land.
Yeah. Andre's freaking out. One can't swim.
Yeah, can I make a perception check at disadvantage because I'm freaking out?
Yeah.
Okay. Two 16s.
Okay.
Which means
that is-
with my perception 23. Yes.
Very nice. So far to the east of you, like about a mile, you just barely see the outline of land. So you guys are roughly right about there.
Oh, so land's to our west then.
Wait, ping again?
Or, sorry, west. Yes.
Ping again?
Could be worse. Could be worse.
So we're like above and to the right of Rothos, gotcha.
Like there?
Hmm.
Ah. Yes. One of the little wisps just goes straight for the land.
But just because Henri saw that doesn't mean that we did.
Correct.
Except we would see
I will
Henri take
try.
off.
I will assume it's Kaz and that I want to stay together. And
Yeah.
so-
I
Yeah.
think Freya would know in character that the one rule is that we stay together.
Oh
Right.
yeah, of course.
so
I just
will
wouldn't
dart
know
after
why.
Freya.
So
But
where are you
obviously-
trying to land?
Where am I trying to land?
Yeah, where are you trying to land?
Not over the water.
Okay.
Just like, I guess, just straight, pretty much like straight ahead. I'm not going like north or south or either way.
Well,
just
as
like,
you get closer to this, these are jagged, like sheer drop-offs with like just points sticking out of the ocean.
then we'll
And
go.
you have about 20 minutes left of your spell.
I'll try to go. So I'm going like to this way. I'll try to veer off this way where the land is less craggy.
Okay, roll an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence.
Uh-huh.
All of you, actually.
12.
Okay. Okay.
Morn is like big water.
You could say his head's in the clouds.
Alyssa makes it. Freya makes it. And that's about it. The rest of you are in such a panic, trying to get closer to the ground to land, you do not realize the spell is coming to an end.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Who has
So, Freya and Alyssa, you guys nosedive towards the ground. And you guys are trying to get as close to the water's edge and or ground as possible before the spell fades. You guys manage to get literally right off of the coastline, about 5 or 10 feet, as the spell dissipates. You guys manage to basically tumble and only take about 2 points of damage as you guys, like, the spell dissipates mid-air, and you kind of do like a almost like ejects you, and you roll, catch yourself in the sand, and kind of like nosedive / semi-scorpion. Kaz, Morn, and Henri. You guys are in such a panic trying to get closer to the land, you don't feel the spell ending and you just are trying to get close. You guys are still about 40 feet in the air, 50 feet in the air, and you're trying to descend, but you're trying to get close to the shoreline and stay out of the ocean.
That sounds about right.
8. You guys take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as the spell ends, and you just plummet, hit the sand, roll, twist, and just like end over end.
So just to clarify, it says that the spell ends, the creature descends
60 feet per round for 1 minute.
Yeah, so basically you have 600 feet to land. So if you can do that, if you're 600 feet or lower, you land safely.
Oh. Which does, if it can't land after 1 minute, the creature falls. So it's almost like a feather fall.
Yeah, it's a 1 minute feather fall is what you get.
Okay, so you guys take no damage.
We good.
All of you
Shit.
take no damage. I didn't see that last part.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I didn't see the last part.
Yeah, as long as you're not, just
Like
flying like a
1,000 feet.
737, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't see that.
Here we
because
are
otherwise
at cruising
you would've-
altitude of
you would've been
25,000
falling
feet.
over the water.
Yeah.
So, you guys are right about here.
Just north of Dollar.
We've been able to see that city from the sky?
I would say no. In the Great Panic, you guys were trying to get down. You were so focused on just getting down that nothing else was really paid attention to.
So
Yeah,
we
I
saw
wouldn't have
land
seen
and went
shit.
for it. We didn't really much pay attention to our surroundings.
Yeah, probably not. Certainly not on Ray. Should probably look down and be like, holy shit, that's the most water I've ever seen in my life. I don't like this at all.
Yeah, you were straight over the ocean.
Yeah, nah.
Did we land together or
You're a
no?
little spread out.
Okay.
You're not really sure where Alyssa and Freya are right now. The rest of you are kind of like 15, 20, 30 feet away from each other, just spread out like ass over tea kettle, end over end. Morn is like
Face
half
down,
into
ass
the-
up.
Yeah. Morn is like created this crater in the sand and the beach. Kaz skidded for like 15 feet into the sand. Henri, end over end. You have sand in places you wish you didn't have.
Oh.
Frey and Alyssa are about, I would say, 75 feet away. And they both comfortably landed.
Oh, I fucking hate sand. It's so coarse. And it gets everywhere.
So I can't see them necessarily? Is it like foggy out, or is it just because...
It's clear. You're just a distance apart. I mean, if you look around, you'll probably find each other quick.
I'm gonna make a sand angel before I get up.
So I'm
You're gonna
look-
have to move about 5 or 10 feet because where you landed is like a crater. Like you just like obliterated the whole area around you.
I won't make a sand.
It's like the fucking Looney Tunes, like they fall through the ground and it's just a straight indent of their body.
Like Dragon Ball Z, like 3-point landing, except for
Okay.
he did it with his entire body.
I do just imagine that we were like we were just the wind, and then we like turned into our human forms and kept walking for a little bit
Yeah.
before we all looked at our body and we're like, oh shoot, and that's
Yeah, then you it's not until you look down that physics takes effect and you're like,
Yeah,
oh shit.
exactly.
You're in like Superman pose, and you just belly
you're just
flop
like,
straight into the earth.
You just bamf out of it, and you're like, oh.
Oh.
But you guys are all within a certain distance of each other, not horribly far.
I'm gonna look at Alyssa. You good?
Not a happy landing.
I'm perfectly fine.
And I'm gonna look up into the sky to see if I can see anybody falling, which I imagine I didn't at this point. Well, I hope the others landed safely nearby somewhere.
Most likely so.
I mean, you're not super far away, and being very perceptive, and Alyssa obviously smell and sight. I mean, you guys, before they notice you hear them, you hear Alyssa, or not Alyssa, you hear Henri just
Fucking sand.
fucking sand, and just like super like pissed off, and you hear Morn just sand. You just see like arms in the sand, and then you just see like Cash just laying there, just
I'll just head off in their direction then.
Fucking sand is so coarse and it gets everywhere.
It's fucking everywhere. Fucking everywhere.
Sand.
Ah.
Fucking sand.
She's like half pulling down her pants. Just it's fucking everywhere. Just fucking everywhere. Like, why does it have
It's
to
in me
be there?
skivvies.
Oh,
How in the hell did it get in there in that short amount of time?
it's in me tree branch thong. Like, what the fuck?
Oh.
But you managed to find the rest of the group very distraught. Morn a little happier than the rest. Henri very distraught. Cash just kind of not really having it.
I'd imagine Morn's happy, A, because he didn't land in water. Or mainly probably because he didn't land in water.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You guys are semi on the beach, about 75 feet from the shoreline.
Anybody know where the hell we
Stepping
are?
on a beach.
On a beach.
Stepping on a beach.
We haven't.
Well-
I would imagine we have not been in this specific location before. Yeah,
Well,
so does anybody know where the hell we are?
That blizzard got us near the Evercrest Mountains. We're probably along the coast there. We probably have to go south to get to McHill.
Gotta go south, yeah.
Are we? We were supposed to be right outside of Thinsveld, so do we think that we're really far away still? I remember. Well, actually, I wouldn't. I completely fucking forgot. Freya did not go to Thinsveld. I was not with the group during that.
Oh yeah.
So never mind.
Arcadia went to Thinsveld.
Yeah, so I will redact what I just said. We are supposed to be near Thinsveld. Do we know if we're close or are we still far off?
We're not close, but we don't have to go there.
I don't know how close we are, but we definitely didn't go the way we wanted to.
Well, Thinsvald is not that close to the coast.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Well, I think as long as we follow the coast, we'll reach McHill, as long as we're not on the Jupiter side of the Evercrest Mountains, which I don't think we are, given that the mountains are that way and there's the water.
So then we just need to head south.
Right. We'll want to make sure to stay well away from Dollar. I don't know anything about it.
And well away from the fucking ocean.
And the fucking sand!
Mostly the fucking ocean. But the sand too.
It's in me ass.
It's run
I'm
up
not
me
sure
rear
we
end.
need to stay away from the city.
Do you guys know anything about Dollar?
No, but they may have some
We wouldn't know that
mounts.
we wouldn't necessarily know that
Um,
we're right by Dollar.
Kaz, roll an intelligence check. You and actually Alyssa. You guys would have a little.
Yes.
Okay. Kaz, you know a little bit of Dollar. It's a port city. Known for trade. Goods, pretty much whatever else. Alyssa, growing up in the Empire, being of human descent, and having your fingers in the Steinthorn politics. You just made it with a 19. That was what I
And
said.
those are my
it.
parents.
Yeah. Dollar is a port city. Not only is it known for its trade goods, it is known for piracy, and it is known for its slave trade. Everything that comes in from the east comes to Dollar. Makes its way to McKill, makes its way up the channel to Steinthorn. Nothing goes around the edge of Rothos. It's a lot of sheer cliff. It's just too high up. Vet is it sits off of the coastline, but it's a lot of the fishing gets done by actually lowering boats down the cliffside. So like it doesn't have any like larger boats that land there. Dollar has a lot of that. Dollar is a straight port city. It is a major. It's big. It doesn't look like it on the map. Port Preval is actually it's larger, but Dollar has a larger port, if that makes sense. Like the town itself is small, but the actual port is very large. It was built for large ships, and a lot of the slave ships come through Dollar first because it is an easy drop-off point, and they do not have to pass through a lot of Empire checkpoints. So it is easy to drop off cargo. It is easy to drop off illegal and illicit materials and sell it in Dollar. You would know, being from around that area and your family, plus growing up in the Empire and Steinthorn, the Withering Hand has a lot of influence in Dollar. Like a lot of influence. It's pretty much where they make a lot of their trades, and they gain a lot of their information and illicit resources.
Okay. That was a lot.
Sorry. You rolled literally right on the money. 19 is what I set it at.
No, I think
So-
I got pretty much everything.
Okay.
She'll say, being a part of Steinthorn's city guard, I know a bit of information about it.
Place you want to avoid?
Potentially. Tales that came through the pipeline. It's known for a lot of piracy and smuggling of illicit goods.
Well, we could get some of the illicit goods.
Possibly. And if we're going there, I have a method to give us a little bit more positive reputation.
I kind of want to go there. But I'm worried they're going to recognize us.
They won't recognize me.
You would also know Dollar's a shady town, the town's guard could be bought off, if not just told to fuck off. They work for the coin, they're not paid very well, and they don't really care. Pretty much if you have if you have the coin, Dollar's where you can get information and where you can hide.
Is that why it's called Dollar?
I have meaning behind most of the shit that I do on my map. Thank you very much. I did semi-think out some things. Not everything is winged.
Okay.
The mighty Rothosian dollar.
Well, what's the plan? Are we going to avoid it or not?
I think we should go.
Of course, Kaz would want in.
I'm with Kaz.
Very well. I'll take charge for this then.
Yeah. Let me get my notes ready.
If we're north of Dollar and we see it, we'll go. If we never run into Dollar, we won't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess we've already traveled far enough today. I don't mind sleeping out under this, well, stars or clouds, but safety is good. If we can be sure we'll be safe, that is.
I don't know that you're ever certain, but city's usually safest to be.
Let's head south and see if we run into it.
So, it takes you the better part of probably about half hour or 45 minutes before you see the front door, or the front gates, I should say, of Dollar. They are large, almost like obsidian-colored wood. Very dark, like charcoal-y looking wood. Two guards stand at the front entrance, one on each side.
Before we even get an eye shot, like once we start to like gain sight of the city walls, I would have liked to stop the group.
Okay.
And I'll say, so we're going in, yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Well, now that I see it, it's way more crowded than I thought.
Alright, then give me a second. She will pull out a hat of disguise, and she'll put it on. And where do I have this? And when she does, she'll cast Disguise Self at will, which lasts forever when the hat is on. And she'll become surrounded in a plume of smoke that goes from top to bottom, covering her completely. And as it dissipates, what you instead see is, where do I have it? Which one is it labeled? That one. An older woman with a monocle and more trimmed hair, very more well kept. Alyssa's hair is always messy. She doesn't really like to maintain it. This woman has well kept hair, much shorter, wearing sort of a Victorian era style clothing. Looks to be somewhat noblish in attire, and probably about like a decade or so older than she is.
Ah. Have a reputation here or something, Alyssa?
Wait, you're like Kaz.
It's just the hat, and no, I don't have a reputation here. And she'll sort of adjust her monocle. And DM, I want to roll to hide something. I'll tell you what, and you can tell me what I could roll for that.
Let me know.
You don't have a reputation here, but you've never hidden your appearance when we've gone anywhere else. So... a little suspect.
Oh,
Would I roll to try and hide that?
sleight of hand.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing.
Yeah, so
She changes the appearance. She turns her back for a quick second, turns back around with a smirk, fixes the jacket and the monocle, and
It's not so much that I'm hiding my appearance, it's just that this appearance will garner some more positive reputation within the city walls.
I see. Do I believe her?
you rolling insight?
Yes.
Roll insight. Okay. Roll for deception, Frosty, if you're looking to.
Yeah, she's being genuine, but she's hiding a little bit about who she's disguised as, so...
Yeah, that's all I'm looking for. If she was just being upfront. Yep, you're good. So I'll probably just shrug and be like, alright.
Let's get going then.
Well, with our
Yeah.
newfound upperclassmen here, maybe you should lead the way.
That's what I was planning on.
So as you begin to make your way towards the front door, with your hoods down and your elven ears standing out in the open.
Okay,
This
time
guy's
out
fell.
to me. Oh my god.
I'm a
Shit.
I'm a
Okay,
blonde girl.
Ginge, I'm sorry.
That's your warning.
I'm sorry. It's been a fucking long time since we've had to do that
Why?
shit.
That's why I did it.
Sorry. Yes, I
any,
would.
Any disguised selves and or hoods or anything else you're looking to do, please say so.
I'm gonna very mildly disguise myself because I'm gonna pull my hood up. I don't want to change a whole lot because I don't know how long it's gonna take, and I don't want to all of a sudden, poof, be something completely different at a bad time. So, I'm going to cast Disguise Self to only make my eyes both the same color and make my ears look normal and maybe round out or soften my features just a tish, and then I'm gonna have my hood up.
I'll disguise myself as a blonde woman, like human woman, of about the same height.
Okay.
With eyes like a blue color, but scars on either side of the mouth.
Should I turn into a spider? Crawl in on someone? And ride in?
It's up to you.
Would they recognize me?
I don't know if they'd recognize any of us. I'm not familiar with this town.
Alyssa?
I don't know, but I'm not taking chances.
I don't think it'll be necessary. I could just say that you're under my jurisdiction.
Okay. It's easier then.
Are we...
No, we're heading in. It would appear.
Okay. You make your way towards the front gates. The 2 guards stand on each side. They're wearing dark black leathers. Oi! Business! Oh! Mavis, what are you doing out here?
On some investigatory business. I've been released from my field medic duties at the Steinthorn for the time being.
Oh. Well... Oh. Who's the group behind you? Are they with you?
Yes, I'm heading an investigation of some sorts, and I require that they be with me.
Roll a deception check.
Hey.
Ooh, I rolled really well too. I didn't roll good enough. He looks you over, looks at the group behind you, looks back at Alyssa, looks back at the group. Okay, well, oh, no trouble. Keep him inside and, just do the normal stuff. Okay, Mavis? Thank you.
Of course not. Unlike this town, I'm not actually in it for the coin.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Get inside.
Do they have
And,
Scorpion Tail here?
Are you asking in or out of
No.
character?
I'm asking the guard. Where can I get Scorpion Tail?
I mean, excuse me? I mean, Scorpion Tail that's kind of illegal.
No, I've had it.
And
He
looks
just-
back at
he
he
just
looks back at
means-
Mavis.
He just means we've collected it as part of a
No, yeah.
investigation of sorts. Just pipe down, would you?
I'm gonna pat Morn on the arm and kind of like push him to like, yeah, let's go through the gate now. Just kind of push him from behind a little bit.
Oh,
I'm gonna act like I never said anything.
okay, well, get inside. We're getting ready to close the gates for the night.
Morn always trying to draw attention to shit.
I'll just like wave.
I thought the guard would know.
Of course. Let's go, everyone. Chop chop.
We'll worry about Scorpion Tail later.
Okay. You make your way into town, and from the outside, the town looks cleanish. Inside, they are heavy dirt roads, cobblestone for the most part, but the dirt is so thick over the cobblestone, you almost walk in about ankle-deep mud at all times. You can see the horses walking along the streets, and it's just like that. Like as they like trod down the roads, you see people scrambling up and down alleys. And the weather is overcast. It looks like it could rain at any time. A lot of the homes seem very medium-ish to low end. You do look in the far distance. The homes that are kind of like the land slants upwards, and as it does, you can see some of the nicer homes seem to be kind of up on a hillish.
I'll turn back to the group and I'll say, well, now that we're here, what do we plan to do? And you can tell that while she was speaking to the guards and now, she's putting on more of a posh accent.
It's already late in the day. I think we find a spot to bed for the night first.
Yeah, like a tavern or an inn.
I think that would be for the best.
Unless you know somewhere else.
Would I know
So-
of anywhere else?
You would know so you would know of a couple places. The the Mariner's Rest is up the hill, but is a closed and gated off community for the higher end of the society here, the ones that have the money. You can get in there, but you have to pay well to enter the gated community. It's also heavily guarded. The lower end keeps, there's two of them. There's the Tankard's Keep. It's kind of a low end inn that's just kind of a very blah. And then you know of a whorehouse / inn that is called Dwarven Hands. And you actually personally know the innkeeper of that establishment as you grew up with her. They call her Big Bertha, or Bertha Bertilde.
Fuck's sake.
Didn't you keep dropping whorehouses on us? Are you trying to hint at something?
I mean, you're living in the fucking whatever century. There's gonna be a whorehouse in pretty much every town.
I feel like you're trying to get all of our characters laid or something.
Especially in a pirate den. There's.
Thank you, Morn. Thank you.
Where is the, I would know this thanks to my background feature. Watcher's Eye. I can easily point out the local outpost of the Watch and dens of criminal activity in a community.
So you would know that the Tanker's Keep is actually a front for the Withering Hand. It has been for many years, probably since you were a kid.
Let's not go there.
Whorehouse suddenly sounds a lot better.
Yeah.
Like the Tankard's Keep looks nicer on the outside and in the inside when you go in, but it is known for having basically an underground tunnel that allows an in and out of the Withering Hand. You also would know the town's guard. Half of them are legit, and the other half are corrupt as fuck. The actual captain of the police, as of right now, is Buford Beltrain, and he is super corrupt.
Well, this is a den of criminal activity. We have basically two options, although both have their downsides. The Tankard's Keep is a low-end inn that serves as a front for the Withering Hand. So that's that downside. Or we could go to Dwarven Hands, which also serves as an inn, but is connected to a whorehouse.
And then there's also the Mariner's Rest, but it's kind of a high-end / you gotta have the money to get in.
Yeah.
Well, the Withering Hand might actually recognize us. I'm sure that everyone there knows about us at this point. The Dwarven Hand seems like the better option.
Well,
Very
yeah,
well.
between the Withering Hands and a place where we might draw attention to ourselves by showing how much money we've got. Those two don't sound very good.
Very well. This form has some connections with the innkeeper there, so should be able to secure us a nice rest.
So
Classic
where
Andre.
are we going?
Lobbying for the Dwarven Hand.
So
I
where?
know.
Which one
It's
are we
called-
deciding on?
It's called. It's not the Dwarven Hand. It's called Dwarven Hands.
Yeah.
Hands, plural.
Yeah, we're deciding to go there, an inn/whorehouse.
Those
Okay.
dwarves do like to get handsy.
It's that strong grip, baby.
I'll
So-
start to lead them in that direction then.
You quickly, for as many years as you haven't been back, not a whole lot has changed. the Dwarven Hands is closer to the docks, for obvious reason. You make your way swiftly there, down a couple of side streets leading the group that way, past a couple of the local shops, inns, and whatnot, to a large building with a double door on the front. Very, very well lit. Velvets and reds and bright colors adorn the front of the building. And on the sign is just a set of hands.
Go inside.
Immediately, the scent of incense and alcohol and laughter and music just overwhelm your senses. And there's people dancing, there's people having fun, there's some arm wrestling in the far back corner. You see a small pit fighting, like a little pit fighting pit. Two guys in nothing but basically underwear that are just like Greco-Roman style wrestling each other and throwing each other around. People are throwing money at the ground. People are betting. And the moment you walk through the door, Mavis, you dirty bitch! What are you doing back here?
I'll look towards the source.
And a heavy-set, Dwarven female with just chops, just giant chops, comes lumbering towards you, grabs you around the waist, picks you up. Oh, how I missed you!
During that, her monocle probably fell off, so she'll be like, yes, Bertha, you too. Can I put my monocle back on, please?
Oh, of course! And she sets you down, okay, so like, when you imagine Dwarven women, and Dwarven in general, you imagine, like, large hands. This Dwarven female, her hands are like pancakes. Like, just frickin' pancakes. And she, even for Dwarven, is
She got the Truckosaurus hands.
Yeah, she is thick, big, and her forearms are just rippling with muscle and just pulsating with veins. But she is in a very nice dress. She is dressed incredibly nice. Her hair is done up and very pretty and braided. She has like really thick eyeshadow on with like makeup and like blush and lipstick, and then she has these just thick chops. Like thick chops.
Damn, boy, she thick!
I fucking
That's a
hate you so
thick-ass
much.
boy!
And then the BBEG of the story came in and obliterated the whole group. You're all dead. Okay, end of session. You guys have a great one.
Great campaign, guys. Great campaign. Came to a great end.
Start a new campaign next week.
Yeah. We'll be back next week. New campaign.
New campaign, starting fresh. We all died.
Anyways. So she sets you down, and like you watch as she like picks Alyssa up and like just sets her back down like she was paper.
Yes, it's good to see you too. As she's like putting her monocle back on and wiping it down.
What are you doing in town? I did not realize you were back.
Yes, some investigatory business. I'm not on field medic duty currently, and not bringing my daughter on another field trip today.
Well, that's good. Well, you know what we should do? We should have drinks. It's been a long time.
Of course. But before we do so, my investigatory companions need some of the rooms.
Oh, of course. Half off all rooms. I will put you up for the night. 1 second, be right back. And she like heads off, and you see her like she like jumps up on the counter and like pushes a couple of the patrons aside and like jumps up on the beer counter where the alcohol is served and like leans up and over. Her dress partially comes up and she's just like reaching behind, and you can see people getting frustrated with her, and she just comes back over the other side and like dog stares all of them, and they all shut up and go back to doing what they were doing, and then like fixes her dress and then like just like saunters back towards you. Like just big. She's just a big girl. So I got I grabbed 7 rooms. How many rooms do you need?
Does everyone want separate rooms, or are we fine with sharing?
Until the night goes.
We'll go for the separate then.
Separate it is.
I
So
believe
that's
there's 6 of us in total.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're not wrong. 6 it is. First night is on me. It is so good to see you again, Mavis.
Oh, thank you, good friend. I appreciate it.
Of course. Now drinks. We do drinks now, right?
Yeah.
Yes. We party.
Do you have any?
Party,
no.
yeah.
Sorry, never mind. Sorry, nothing.
Do I have any what?
Nothing.
We have
Jeez.
everything here. This is
Everything?
This is a place of indulgence.
I'm gonna lower my voice. Do you have a scorpion tail?
Scorpion tail. That is for the weak. We have something better.
Oh yeah.
You, big boy. I have something for you. First, we do shots. Come. And she brings you guys over to the bar and pours out she pours out 6 shots. To friends, young and old. It has been a long time, Mavis. It is very good to see you again.
To friends.
She puts it back, pours another round of shots. Friends again.
Oh my
yes.
I'm just gonna
A
like
friend.
wide-eyed. I'm gonna be smiling, but I'm gonna go wide-eyed and take another shot.
She puts it back. Now, we have fun. Mavis, it's been so long, but one moment. She reaches over the table, and she pulls out a giant green, can, almost. This is made with dwarven blood. This is from the mountains. You ready for this? And she pops the cap off the top and pours into this small glass, like a tiny little shot glass. Ooh, yes. And she pours a little sugar on top and like you would absinthe, and lights the top of the shot and slides it towards you. We call this the mountain's blood. Take that for a shot. And she looks at you and she pours her own and begins to light it up and oh yes, it is only done in 2s. Ready? And she starts tapping on the fire. Yes. Here we go. Are you ready? She holds it in the air.
Oh, one moment. I if it's such a special occasion, then I need to pull out my favorite tankard.
Tankard for what? This is done in shots. You cannot drink a tankard of this.
Well, good luck. Whenever I drink something new, I like to do it in my favorite tankard.
I did not know you wanted some of this. You always did not enjoy this drink, Mavis.
Well, reunion between old friends. Figure it's time to cut loose a little.
Understandable. So she pours a shot glass, another one and she looks at the rest of the group if anybody else wants some.
Hell yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
Well, she had poured one.
Well,
for
yeah,
them.
yep.
Okay, so she pours one for Freya. She looks at Henri. Henri.
I'm gonna give a little smirk at Henri. Come on, Henri. Just loosen up for one night before we have the hell of a journey.
She pours you a drink as well. She looks at Kaz.
Not for me.
Come on, Kaz.
Fair
You're gonna have to skin your own buffalo tonight.
She pours the drinks minus Kaz. She lights each one of them on fire. Urshda Indrashimid. And she holds the drink up. She clinks on each one of your drinks and puts back the shot.
Toss it back.
Throwing it
Toss it
back.
back. Toss it back.
Toss it back. In my
Toss it
tankard.
back. And your tankard?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
How much was poured into the tankard? Just the shot worth?
Yeah, hold on here. Okay. You pour back the drink, each one of you. And immediately, all of you, even you,
Damn.
Alyssa?
I had a feeling it was magical.
are magical to an extent. It's just not what you think it is.
Oh, we flying.
Your bodies immediately become light. Your pupils dilate. Everything begins to dance with colors. Think of it like a trip on ecstasy. Everything feels good. The hairs on the end of your body stand up.
I was gonna say LSD, but yeah,
It's a little bit of a mixture of all of that.
Basically,
and you're
everything's
just-
brighter, more colorful.
You
Mhm.
want to dance. You want to sing. You feel good. You just want to talk and be happy. Your lips are loose, and you're here to have a good time.
Who wants to dance?
As you watch as Morn stands up and just begins to out towards the music and the dancing, and at that time the music picks up, and that last song that was just playing, you just hear like and like all the flutes and the everything just begins to pick up, and the music begins to dance once again, and Morn is just in the middle of the whole crowd, just like flailing around.
I mean, some good stuff.
Trying to get it to go to one.
I'm just gonna go back to the one I was on.
Bertha grabs Mavis and lures her towards the dance floor, and you guys all begin to dance, except for Kaz, who nonchalantly leans against the counter and stares at the crowd.
Who's dancing?
Well, sounds like we all are, except for Cass.
I'm waiting for a fight to start. I'm going to try to convince Morin to go
Tell
into a
someone?
fight that I can bet on. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Hell yeah.
Do you say fight?
Fight.
No, not unless they announce it.
Right now, Morn is showing off all of his dance moves by probably knocking over multiple people that are around him.
He's like in the mosh pit.
Yeah.
Just moshing.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Good thing we chose the disguise self, because I'd probably be like not paying attention to like keeping my hood up.
Yeah.
Probably be hopping around, spinning and twirling.
Okay. So, because this will lead into a whole other thing, we will end the night on this. As you guys are just dancing the night away, as the colors are extravagant. There's ribbons from the ceiling. People are like those ribbon dancers where they're like from the ceiling and they're on the ribbons twirling around. And you guys are feeling real good. And you guys are very, very, very relaxed, just having a good time. And we will pick up with the dancing next session.
Dancing.
So, that is the end of the session.
Cool.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you all for joining, hanging out,
And all that fun
participating,
stuff.
being part of the group. We all love you, and we'll see you next week for
And
more
do-
dancing. More dancing.
For now.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Goodbye, everybody. Ciao.
Deuces.